Uh, hey guys, Birdman here. We kind of have a little bit of a problem. I'm currently being held hostage by Jacob Sartorius. I don't even really know how this all happened. I'm trying to make this video real quick. Hopefully I can get it done before he comes back, but basically he tweeted out this tweet right here to meet him in his basement at 6:30 a.m. and as a Jacob Sartorius fan, I didn't really think anything of it, so I went over there and it turns out it was kind of a trap. So I'm currently being held hostage in Jacob Sartorius's basement. He basically kidnapped me. And it's really scary, man. I don't know what to do. He keeps playing his new song, Hit or Miss, over and over and over again, and I can't take it anymore, man.
I heard that life gets hard when you're older, and the fun stuff's just for kids. But what I realize as I grow up is that it's just a hit or miss. So let's not work.
So I don't know, man. If you guys happen to get this message, can you please start up a hashtag on Twitter? I expect about 600,000 subscribers by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, and probably about 500,000 Twitter followers. And then I'll probably just tweet out tomorrow that it was all good, no big deal. But for now, can you just please help me out? Because I'm really in danger here. I think ISIS is on their way too. I don't know. I think Jacob and ISIS are collaborating on this kidnapping prank gone raw. Alright, let me stop. But basically, what we're going to be doing today, I just want to discuss this Marina Joyce situation because I just want to kind of give you my thoughts on it, alright? Because I kind of tweeted about it yesterday a little bit, whatever. I was just kind of making jokes about it because I never really took it that serious in the first place, although I think a lot of people actually did. So basically, if you have no idea what is going on, there was a YouTuber, this girl named Marina Joyce, and long story short, people thought that there was just something wrong with her, that she was being like kidnapped or held hostage, or just something was wrong with her whole situation. Like, people were calling the police, people were like dissecting all of her videos, like pointing out little screenshots and weird stuff. People were making all sorts of like fake proof and fake conspiracy theories. She was literally trending on Twitter yesterday, like the #1 trend all day. It was just insane how many people were talking about her. Literally like every big YouTuber, news outlets, like this shit was huge, alright? And basically what I understand from it is that it was all fake and there's nothing actually wrong with her. She's come out today and been like, yeah, I'm good. She's done a couple interviews. I'll discuss those as well. But basically, long story short, everyone was freaking out for no reason. Now, let me kind of explain my problem with this, okay? #1, it was a publicity stunt that she didn't necessarily set up, but she just kind of went with it. Once it happened, she's like, oh shit, look at all these followers I'm getting, look at all these subscribers, let me just play along. And in my opinion, that's a little fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, you're just letting millions of people out there believe that there's something actually wrong with you, when in reality, you're fine, right? So, that's kind of fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, how could you just mislead all these people into actually, like, worrying about you? I'm sure there was a lot of people out there who were legitimately worried that there was something wrong with this girl, and the whole time she's just chilling, like watching the subscribers roll in, watching the followers roll in. I think she may have pulled off the greatest publicity stunt in the history of YouTube. I don't think anyone has gotten this much exposure for something. Let me just show you the stats here real quick. So here's her YouTube social blade. She was sitting at around 600,000 subscribers before all of this happened. As you can see, there were some days where she was losing subscribers. She wasn't even gaining subscribers every single day. Then all of a sudden, on July 27th, she got 612,000 subscribers. You can see it kind of started on the 26th, but the 27th was the main day, which was yesterday when everything was going down. She got 600k subs in one day. Basically doubled her entire channel in a day. If we look at Twitter, on the 27th, you can see she got 377,000 followers. You can see leading up to this, she was literally losing followers, okay? losing for like 7 days straight, and then she started gaining a couple here and there, and then the explosion happened. So the motive was there. She was losing subscribers on YouTube, she was losing followers on Twitter, she was on the decline. Then all of a sudden, this thing happens and all of her shit just explodes, right? So the motive is there for it to happen. The thing is, I don't think she actually set it up. For some reason, like, just the fans just came to this conclusion. I don't know which fan originally started thinking this. I'm not even sure how this all started. She wasn't actually the one who started it. It was like a publicity stunt that just kind of fell into her lap. Like, it just happened to her, and she just kind of played along with it. So yes, it's not as bad. I will say that. Like, she didn't just set up some fake kidnapping or something like that. That would be really fucked up, right? She just kind of happened to be in the situation. She was like, you know what? If all these people gonna think I'm kidnapped, let me just play along with it for a bit, get some exposure, and we'll see what happens. And that's kind of really what just happened, but that's almost as bad. I won't say it's just as bad, but that's almost as fucked up as like setting up the whole thing yourself. Would you not agree with that? I don't know if it's just me who feels that way, but that's pretty much almost the same thing, because she could have quite easily just, made a Twitter video or just tweet or something, say, hey guys, like, settle down, nothing's happening or whatever. But she let this thing carry on for like over 24 hours and just let people keep getting crazier and crazier with the conspiracy theories and stuff. She just let it snowball into this huge thing instead of just like shutting it down right away, be like, nah, I'm fine, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my only issue with the whole thing. Now, I did listen to her interview with Scarce. Here's what I took away from it, right? She's not being kidnapped, she's not being held hostage, obviously, she's not in danger by some other person as everyone was suspecting, but there's something off about her. I don't know what it is. A lot of people who personally know her are saying that she has some sort of drug problem, which really makes a lot of sense. I think it would explain it all pretty well. But there's just something off about the way that she talks to people, like in the interview. Like, there's just something not adding up there, you know what I'm saying? When you watch the interview and you listen to what she's saying, like, all of her answers don't necessarily make sense, and the way she's speaking is just, I don't know, there's just something off. That's all I can say. Like, it isn't adding up. But a couple key points I wanted to bring up. Her explanation for how she got the bruises on her arm was that she apparently tripped in the forest. Now, I don't know if that necessarily makes sense. I guess it could happen, but I feel like when you trip and you fall down, the top of your arm, and especially like the back of your arm, that's not necessarily a place you would expect to like get injured, right? It'd be like your knees or like your leg or something, right? I just don't understand how she specifically got hurt in like such a weird spot from tripping in the forest. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's more like an injury you would get if someone like grabbed your arm, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. I thought that answer was a little bit weird. Also, she claimed that while this whole thing that was going down on Twitter, right, while she was trending, people were tweeting at her like, hey, are you okay or whatever. She was favoriting all the tweets that kind of implied that she wasn't okay. If someone tweeted at her like, hey, favorite this if you're in trouble, she'd favorite that. Or she'd be like, hey, do you need help? She'd favorite that. She was favoriting all the stuff to imply that her situation wasn't okay, you know what I mean? So by doing that, that means two things. Number one, that means she's active on Twitter while all of this was going down. She could have easily put a stop to it and let everyone know that she's okay. And number two, she's also encouraging it because people were like screenshotting her favorites and being like, oh look, she's in trouble, she favorited this, blah blah blah. So she 100% knowingly encouraged this behavior, encouraged like millions of people to freak out that she wasn't okay. And the whole time she's just chilling on her phone, looking at it all, just favoriting tweets and just having a good old time while people are out here actually worrying about her, you know what I mean? So I thought that was kind of fucked up. And then her excuse for it was that she was accidentally favoriting tweets, which I don't know if I buy that one. You know, you don't accidentally favorite 20 tweets. And then finally, the weird ass meetup that she had. Let me read the tweet exactly as she worded it. Meet me, Bethnal Green, at 6:30 a.m. if you would like to join partying with me at that event. bring a friend so you don't get lost. Okay, so apparently there is actually some sort of event at this place. I don't even understand how an event gets held at 6:30 a.m. What fucking YouTuber arranges a meetup at 6 in the morning? Who's going to that? So that is a really weird time to arrange this meetup. And then she also said, bring a friend so you don't get lost. And then if you actually see what Bethnal Green is, it's like a subway station underground. So it's kind of a weird place to have a meetup in the first place. Like, you're like going underground away from everyone. So it just seemed really weird that she was trying to gather people to this underground subway station at 6:30 in the morning. And she said, bring a friend, like bring as many people as possible. Like, it was just really weird the way she worded it, and the whole event itself was just really strange. You know what I'm saying? It seemed as if she was trying to just get a huge group of people down there. And actually in 1943, there was actually like an event at this exact same location where 173 people were killed in this exact same spot. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, this is just such a weird meetup. But apparently this was legit. There is actually a meetup here. She just said the wrong date. Apparently it's actually like a couple days in the future or whatever. She just had the date wrong, but this is a real thing. I don't know. I still don't think I'd be going to a meetup at 6 in the morning. That's a little weird in my opinion. But overall, I mean, that's really the main issues I had with the interview. You know, there's more we could get into. People were really dissecting the interview or whatever. She just seemed off, man. Like, there's just something not right about this whole situation. Maybe she wasn't kidnapped, but I still feel like there's something going on there. Like, it's just not adding up. That's my personal, just like the feeling I get from like looking at all the information. But yeah, to wrap this up, basically, I mean, even though she didn't necessarily stage this whole thing, she didn't set it up, she still really played along with it for quite a long time and let it escalate into such a huge thing, when honestly she could have just shut it down right in the beginning and be like, nah, I'm good, you guys don't need to worry about me. She kind of just encouraged the whole thing to continue. I mean, I guess you can't blame her. She got 600,000 subscribers in one fucking day, which is incredible. But I feel like it's just kind of a scumbag thing to do, especially when you consider the police had to get involved. The police literally had to go to her house and make sure she was okay. And that's kind of fucked up, because if you think about it, the police probably got so many phone calls and like messages or whatever alerting them about this situation. They were probably spammed with stuff about this girl, and they had to take time out of their day to go check and make sure everything was good. And that's pretty messed up, because there could have been something else actually happening that they needed to go take care of, and instead they're getting spammed about this girl and they have to go take time out of their day to go check on her, when the whole time she could have just said, yeah, I'm fine, and it would have been over. But instead, you know, the police had to get involved and stuff. So that was kind of messed up. And then people on Twitter were just going crazy, man. People were really thinking that this was the work of ISIS. Like, are you retarded? Use your head for 2 seconds. And then all these people on Twitter were just faking proof and just being complete scumbags about the whole situation. And then you got the people who were faking that they actually care about this girl and pretending, oh my god, I'm so worried. Oh, let me just use the hashtag though to get these extra retweets on my tweet. I totally care about this girl, but I'm just going to use the hashtag as well so as many people as possible can retweet my tweet. I'm totally not doing it for my own personal gain. I'm not doing it for attention. I'm totally just concerned about this girl. So you had those type of people as well. I mean, the whole situation was just terrible, man. I don't know what to even think. It was pretty stupid. At least it turns out she's okay, which is good, which I kind of figured the whole time. I didn't really think she was kidnapped. I was kind of just joking about it. I had like I photoshopped, here, I'll put it on the screen. I photoshopped Eugene in the Bethnal Green station or whatever. It was kind of funny. It was kind of fucked up. I'd feel bad if there was maybe something actually wrong going on with her. Like if she was actually kidnapped, I'd probably feel a little bit bad, but I kind of figured the whole thing was being blown out of proportion. That is it. This video is kind of long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Am I the only one who thinks like it was a little bit fucked up what she did? I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.